Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider Unfinished Business Remastered. This is 115 speaking, and why on earth are we stuck on this charming original version of the loading screen? Well, first of all, I wanted to show you what it looks like. By the way, the original Unfinished Business actually had no loading screens. These are also part of the Remastered, and this is kind of what they put together. They gave our classic Lara this braid as well. And I think it's just really cute and worth showing. But what I also wanted to show you was sort of the background information behind the following two levels of the Unfinished Business expansion that we are gonna tackle. They were packaged under the name The Shadow of the Cat. And this is what I managed to dig up in the old Tomb Raider 1 Gold Edition manual. Lara returns to the city of Khamun to discover the secret of the strangely beautiful cat statue and sets off on a new adventure following the trail of the cat to its deadly and mysterious conclusion. The cat statue discovered in the original game triggered off a series of ideas. What if Lara returned to Khamun to investigate? What if the ruins had become flooded? What if the cat statue actually pointed the way to an undiscovered tomb dedicated to the legendary Egyptian cat goddesses? We developed a story with a very strong cat motif in murals in hieroglyphics, benevolent cats that guide malevolent cats out for your blood. Puzzles were developed based on the Egyptian interpretation of the 9 lives of the cat, so you know that you're not going to have much luck with Seth's room. There's a lot to go through here, but I'm gonna do that as we play through the level. But one thing I just like to draw your attention to is that the cat discovered in the City of Khamun level, that's going to be a central theme of the following 2 levels, is an actual Geyer Anderson cat. I'm provided a link to Archaeology of Tomb Raider website, which is an amazing website that you can check for all sorts of real information behind some of the architecture and archaeology within Tomb Raider levels. It's absolutely fascinating. I love the website so much, so feel free to check the link in the description. The real statue, I believe, is actually currently in the museum in London, where it's available to people to investigate and to take a closer look. It's on my to-do list before I die, absolutely, to go there and see it in person. And Lara stopped on her way from the Ascension Island after finishing off Natla, after going through Atlantean Stronghold, after pretty much obliterating the hive full of the mutants. She stopped back on the city of Khamun before going home, thinking she missed something, and she's right. But let's move on to the scrolling text to see exactly what she originally missed. And with a brief look at the remastered version of the loading screen, let me welcome you to our return to Egypt. We are gonna find 3 secrets, pick up 53 goodies, and kill, unfortunately, only 23 enemies out of 42. The reason is simple. There is 1 unkillable enemy, and then there are 18 crocodiles whom we will not touch because of the Crocodile Rock achievement. This is absolutely driving me crazy. You know how much I like to 100% things, right? So what I'm gonna do, because most of you are probably interested in the achievements rather than having nice statistics, those are not really recorded or acknowledged anywhere, I'm gonna show you how to do everything and get the Crocodile Rock achievement. And then I'm just gonna briefly replay the entire level and see you again at the level exit, having killed all the crocodiles. I'll probably include a brief footage of me killing every single one, maybe giving a few hints and tips on how to do that there. So that's the plan. On top of that, as part of the roll action achievement, we are gonna trigger 10 boulders. There aren't any breakaway tiles here, but talking about breakables, I have a reason to apologize. And it's something that occurred to me only after I published my hive level. I completely forgot about the fact that we could consider all the eggs from which the mutants hatch in Atlantis breakable objects. There are at least 30 of them in the hive level alone. I have no idea how many are in the Atlantean Stronghold, in the Great Pyramid, and in the Atlantis levels as part of the original game. But keeping track of only the breakaway tiles made the After Us the Deluge achievement tracking much easier, right? But in the unfinished business, I really feel like I messed up. So I'm gonna try and figure out how many breakable eggs there were in the previous 2 levels, and I'm gonna include it in the description of those videos. You have my promise, that's the best I can do. I'm gonna do a much better job of this starting from Tomb Raider 2. Now, enough talking. As you already noticed, Lara's backpack has emptied on her journey from the Ascension Island here. One thing I also want to show you is the passport stamps. You can see them on the save screen. If and when we die, we'll have a clearer view of these on the restart level screen. But essentially, she has a stamp for Ascension Island Departed and then Egypt Arrival. So, Lara finished off Natla in the Great Pyramid. She then obliterated all the muties in the Atlantean stronghold and cleared out the hive. She left the Ascension Island on Natla's yacht or boat, and then she made it back to the city of Kamun before even returning home, hence the Egypt Arrival stamp. I love this kind of detail. I actually have no idea if these stamps are in the original version of the Unfinished Business expansion. I don't think so. But I will check and let you guys know now. I really need to know. So I think it's a really cute detail, and it's kind of badass that Lara essentially hasn't been to Kamun for just a couple of days since she followed Natla and her henchmen to Ascension Island and made it back before even stopping home. On her way here, she again forgot her shotgun, magnums and Uzis on board of the boat, I presume. Or maybe she couldn't make it to Egypt and through the visa office with all those weapons, but she managed to sneak in her pistols, somehow, probably sticking them where the sun doesn't shine, who knows. So, for the first achievement, Behind Cat's Eyes, just make a running jump over this gap. Ooh, we can see familiar Sphinx's face underneath. There is a bit of a camera angle. There are so many camera angles for the following 2 levels, the ones taking place in Egypt. I'm gonna do my best to not interrupt them in any way. When you get here and pick up this large medpack, you'll get an achievement, Behind Cat's Eyes. Check out what those big eyes are hiding. So it's a neat little surprise. It does not count as one of the 3 secrets or anything like that. By the way, make a note of these cat tiles with cat statues. These are again the Gaia Anderson cats. We've seen them in the city of Kamun. What's really interesting is that when you step on most of these tiles, you'll get a unique camera angle. That's not the case for this one. Okay, nothing happens. But this one, in fact, will reveal a sneak peek of a flooded room that should look very familiar from the city of Kamun. That's essentially where we are headed. Now, Lara, I would like you to climb up here. Okay, thank you, you cooperate. And now let's make a swan dive for another achievement. Woohoo! Down the rabbit hole, make a long swan dive for someone who is winking at you. What on earth are they talking about, I was wondering. And lo and behold, the Sphinx is winking at us, and apparently this was the case in the original. I just never noticed. To me, it just seemed like half of its face got damaged. But yeah, that's right, it's winking at us. This is such a cute detail, and if it wouldn't be for this achievement, I would never even probably notice. It's really great. So that's really nice. We again find ourselves here. We've been here in the Temple of Kamun or City of Kamun. It depends if you consider the anniversary or original version. And in the Obelisk of Kamun, putting all the artifacts in. I would actually like it if all the 4 artifacts were placed firmly in the slots of these receptacles as a little memento. Unfortunately, it was not the case in the original, and they decided to preserve that, I guess. And this is where the gate to the Sanctuary of Skion opened. And over here was the Sphinx's behind, if I'm not mistaken. Ah, that's correct. So this has closed off entirely. I wonder if this was what it looked like in the original Return to Egypt level, because this area was inaccessible without the photo mode, right? This would have made a really cool secret. And we see a completely new texture here, but I'm gonna talk more about that later on. So this is really neat, something familiar, something different. Before it was daytime, now it is nighttime. And we have so much to cover. So, for starters, our destination is the flooded temple where we found the Gaia Anderson cat for the first time. This is the reason Lara returned here and stopped here on her way home from the Ascension Island, okay? Now, in order to get there, all we need to do is just swim through this passage, which before was blocked by an iron grate and now it's open somehow. Before that, we want to get our hands on shotgun shells behind the Sphinx's head. We want to get our hands on magnum clips underwater, then magnum clips on top of this pillar, and stepping on this pillar actually opens up the way to the very first secret. Over there, which was a further entrance into the city of Kamoon. But if we try to retrace our steps to the entrance to the city of Kamoon level, we'll find it's blocked off like it was in the Obelisk of Kamoon level, but with goodies and crocodiles. So, enough talking, let's see some action. Because of the Crocodile Rogue achievement, we are not to kill any of these. If you accidentally end up shooting a crocodile, you will still unlock the achievement as long as you do not land a killing blow. I accidentally, towards the end of the level, hit a few shots towards a crocodile, it started bleeding in the water, all that shebang. But I still got the achievement because I did not land the killing blow. So just keep that in mind. If you accidentally shoot a crocodile, do not worry, you can still get it. So my accident resulted in me learning a new bit of information. Now let's swim here, which will, spawn the appearance of a new crocodile. And now, both of them took a chunk out of Lara's flesh. God damn it, can't you get your proteins elsewhere? Well, we got our hands on shotgun shells, they'll come in handy. By the way, if you're aiming for the Crocodile Rogue achievement, just don't be worried about, large medpack usage, especially if you then plan to replay the level to get the remaining kills, okay? Because, well, lots of these situations will simply be truly unavoidable. Okay, and we can hear a panther growling. Now, last time we've been here in the City of Kamoon level, we took a sneak peek inside. Let's do the same. Now, this room has changed significantly. This was a safe crystal and a large pool underneath, and we were climbing up, moving a couple of movable blocks. And now it's all just flat surface with CAD motifs. So this place has completely shifted, but thankfully there are no more iron bars blocking our entrance here, okay? And this leads nicely to this area. And we were on this bridge in that level, but this is now completely blocked off. Doesn't even have the nice ornate carving showing us the other side, okay? However, whilst this passage to the sort of Pharaoh Statues Valley is blocked off, what we see here now is not the preview of a sapphire key, but instead a little vase, which is really cute, and it's tied to an achievement. It belongs to a museum. So, we are gonna get our hands not on it directly, we're not gonna pick it up, but just standing on that tile will unlock it. But first of all, let's unlock the first secret. And now, I actually intentionally didn't want to do a swan dive because our recovery from that underwater would be a bit longer. Let us instead swim in here, get our hands on 3 goodies whilst avoiding a crocodile, another one, yes, as much as we can, and then get out, okay? Okay, Lara, pretty please cooperate. Oh my god, there's 2 of you now. You got in here real quick, sir. Okay, let's pick it up and let's get the hell out. By changing your verticality, these crocodiles will have to do a couple of circles above. Oh, by the way, let's take a look at what the room looks like now that it's all flooded with sand and water. There used to be a lever here and platforms on top of these guys that we could jump on, but it's all just sand and water. Nothing more to it. And a beautiful night sky. Oh, I have thoughts about the night sky actually. We'll get to explore Sandbox quite closely in this level, which is really neat. Okay, let's get out. And how about we now make it to... Uh-oh, wrong side, wrong side. The Sphinx's head. Lara, climb! Okay, oof. We're on the run from these bastards. Sobek's children, they are. Okay, shotgun shells, awesome. And now, again, into the water, by the way, if you're wondering, no, there's nothing here. No key, no receptacle or anything like that. Let's now swim through here, the corridor that was blocked by an iron grate before. Okay, hold on a sec. Did we get our hands on the magnum clips underneath the obelisk or not? Yes, we did, okay. I'm trying to keep in mind 11 achievements, which is taking up a significant chunk out of my cognitive capabilities. So I'm exposing myself to a high risk of just missing out on something, but hopefully that will not happen. Do not worry, in case I'll miss something, well, I will not upload the video. Okay, now, normally I would take revenge potshots at those guys, but we have no such luxury due to the achievement. This is the statue Lara's been after, and lo and behold, there's a pool now. It's again been flooded by the sand and water. Before it was this sandy slope pit with spikes, but now that's no longer the case. When we press this underwater lever, lo and behold, a door will open. Door that wasn't really there before, and actually, this entire room should look familiar to you. The moment you actually enter this pool, 3 panthers will appear on the rooftops over here. Now, don't worry, these rooftops are not accessible, but if you remember, in the city of Kamoon level, we used to be here. This used to be a trapdoor that would open, now it's just flat textures. There was a lever we pressed here, there was this mirror I admired. We jumped over here, then over here, picked up the goodies. So all this geometry is still maintained, and now it's just for these cats to stalk us, right? And then we jumped here and onto the secret with Uzi clips over here. So this is how much the room has changed. Oh, what's over there? I've never checked this out, did I? Ah, just greenery and open sky. Still pretty cool. Now, how on earth do we get on any platform? Well, remember, you can climb on slippery surfaces, so if you're now holding the jump key, maybe make a mid-air roll, you will end up on actual usable surface with the cat itself. Okay, we can take both shots at these guys. It's gonna take a while because we do not yet possess our magnums, okay? Okay, and there's 3 of them. And of course, this is made trickier by the Crocodile Rock achievement because you don't want to shoot at the crocodiles, but at the same time, you don't have full control over which target Lara will lock on, right? So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna switch to that guy. He came out in the open, that's very rare. The one over in that corner that I'm shooting at right now is the trickiest one to get to. But let's see, this is a good spot. Oh, and you are still alive. Okay. They sure can take a beating. Now, the moment the camera stops moving, that means you did it and they are dead, okay? There we go. Let's just make sure with the photo mode, but I think I already saw, yeah, a corpse. Thank you, photo mode. I am really enjoying you. So now, we've opened up a path to move forward, but we would do a terrible mistake because we would miss out on a couple of kills and, most importantly, a shotgun. Even if you're not interested in 100%ing the game, surely you want a shotgun, right? The problem is a panther. And the only way to avoid the panther is to jump into a water full of crocodiles that we cannot kill. This is a really unfortunate setup, yeah. Okay, but 2 more times should just about do it, and with a bit of luck we can avoid having the crocodiles take bites out of our health bar. Oh, I didn't need to jump back, but how was I supposed to know he's gonna... Come on, guys, you've had your fill. Enough is enough. Okay, now climb up. We're not gonna jump back anymore. There is another panther there. That's the reason I didn't want to just enter the room and fight up close with this guy inside. The reason is the moment we step on this tile, another one appears. And having 2 of these guys up close, that'd be a suicide with our current weaponry. Okay, I think we're gaining up on it. Good. But 1 we can handle, even with the chair making it awkward for us. There we go. Finally, we can breathe for a while. So again, this room has changed drastically. CAD motifs around us, no pool, no climbing using movable blocks, anything like that, but a couple of goodies. Shotgun shells, and finally, Lara, you keep forgetting your weapons everywhere. This is insane. There we have it. Awesome. And now, if you just take a slight detour over here, you unlock It Belongs in a Museum. There we go. Take a close look at the preserved Egyptian vase. Now, I'm not really sure if you need to also look at it using the look key. I think stepping here and turning Lara is enough, just so it's within the range of the camera. I don't think you need to use the look key, but you can make sure and use it nevertheless. Okay, 3 achievements down, 8 more to go. Into the crocodile-infested water, but we're not gonna stick around for long because we are gonna now make it through this door. So that entire area behind us was optional to get kills and shotgun, okay? This is where we need to continue. Now, get your pistols out because we are gonna be ambushed by a particularly nasty panther here. And I'm probably gonna make a mistake by trying to preserve shotgun ammunition. Oh my god, that was close. But he is down. We took him down with pistols. Awesome. Now from this point on, we are not gonna retread any familiar grounds. It's all gonna be new areas pertaining to the Temple of the Cat that Lara has missed in her previous visit, and she's here to correct that mistake, okay? Ooh, Temple of the Cat. That will be the toughest level yet. I can't wait to see how I'm gonna do. Anyway, so all these sandy slopes lead to spikes. Your best bet, in my opinion, to take minimum damage is to try and make a diagonal jump over here, start sliding and jump over those spikes. And then I'm gonna tell you the rest, okay? So let's align Lara like this. Jumping forward works. That was... You're not gonna believe me, that was an unintentional swan dive. I tried to press the roll key. Instead, I pressed the walk key, but it was pretty damn stylish. Now, if you just want to continue the level, head left and follow the footsteps of the cats. If you want the secret, the second one I believe, just head over here. It is fairly dangerous if you're not expecting it in advance, but let me explain. There is a spike pit beneath us, and in the original graphics this was even darker, okay? It's made a bit better now, but I think they patched the colors and the lighting to be a bit brighter, because I remember playing this back in March on PS4 before with the version 1.01, and it was so dark. Actually, the original graphics were much brighter. But anyway, we overcame 3 spiky pits, which is awesome, and the secret is ours. So in each corner of this room there is a pickup, which just feels absolutely amazing, so let's get our hands on them. I managed to beat this level without using a medpack once. I'm not sure if I'll manage to replicate that, seeing how many bites, well, how many crocodile bites we withstood, and there is some mandatory damage up ahead. Now, if you're wondering how to get out, they somehow thought you're gonna cross the center of the room, so you just need to go over here, okay? Now this should look familiar, okay? Again, I recommend doing it the same way. I guess you can make a running jump there, but you're gonna take some falling damage. So maybe to avoid that happening... This time, it was intentional. Okay, so we got the secret, very good. And I'm also approaching the location where I'm gonna save for the first time, because we'll need to die to unlock an achievement. But first of all, cool sweeping camera angle. Let's enjoy it. It gives us a look of this entire valley, which is partially illuminated by moonlight. I think it's really cool. At the very end of this valley is a very ominous cat statue, taking a close look at Lara. This would make a pretty good screenshot, I think. I'm gonna do it. That's the first time I did a screenshot in the unfinished business. So, the moment we approach this cat and follow the footsteps, guess what's gonna happen? It turns into living, breathing panther, which is absolutely terrifying. But what's not terrifying is that it cannot really do us any harm from up there. But we can. We brought modern weaponry on board. So, could you please go into our range, pretty please? Could you just die? Thank you. This can take a while, but trust me, this is much better than taking on this panther up close, okay? Did the camera stop moving? Oh, let's just make sure it is dead. Again, the wonders of the photo mode. Yep, so the cat statue turned into a panther and the panther died. And yes, actually I believe these are panthers, not jackals, because this is a temple of the cat. Panthers are feline, jackals are canines. They're more akin to dogs than cats. So I believe panthers is the correct name I used for these guys all along. Which is interesting to think about in this cat-themed level. Now, in order to get there, we can go the long route, moving blocks, or we can take what I think is a really neat shortcut and jump over here. And it's also gonna make an encounter with another panther much safer, I think. Let's see if I can make it. Okay, let's get my shotgun out, and... Oh, I think we first need to pick these up before he appears. Yep. Perfect. And by picking up the shotgun shells here, you have just enough space to make a backflip without landing in spikes. This is important. It gives you the opportunity for a second shot at the panther Perhaps even third if the pellets would spread too much and he would somehow survive. There's a boulder there. Our very first boulder of the level, one of the 10. Then there's gonna be a bunch of 7 of them running at roughly the same time, and then final 2, okay? They're kind of difficult to miss. Now, following this path, you'll just end up where the cat statue was and the panther that we finished off, which is good. We need to get on top of the obelisk. 2, get our hands on shotgun shells. 2, kill off Lara and unlock an achievement. And 2, also access a secret tied to another achievement. Again, this is just chock full of them. Okay, there we go. Shotgun shells. Yay! Now I'm gonna save... you know what? I'm gonna save here. So there we go. Return to Egypt, save mate. Now, what I would recommend is... Okay, first of all, not just falling like this. That was a good save. If in case you're interested in Alone in the Dark achievement, and maybe we just appreciate this moonlight over here. This is great stuff. And look at the rays. In case you're interested in the Alone in the Dark achievement, make a running jump over here. Let me try that again. There we go. Lara will break her neck, but you will unlock Alone in the Dark, die in a very dark, mysterious place. So it's an achievement for player finding out that you can get out of the map. This results in falling damage akin to breaking Lara's neck, because it's quite deep. I wonder what would happen if it wouldn't be that deep and we would leave the map. I guess we'd just be alive and stuck, so this is a better alternative. Oh, and now we get to finally appreciate all those stamps we collected over the course of the adventure via the restart level screen. But I made that save for a purpose, so let's get back over there. And let me show you the way to the third and final secret, which, I mean, might make you feel like we're approaching the end of the level, but no, all the 3 secrets are in the first half of the level. So yeah, we have a longer way to go still. Over here, I'm gonna do my best to make a running jump, thank God. Okay, even a standing would do, but I don't know, I feel more secure about doing it like this. Now let's climb up, because this is not slippery. Roll. And somersault for an achievement and secret. Schmitty's Leap. Get the secret on the high rock by making a swan dive jump. Simple. You're not at all at risk of breaking Lara's neck. Now, if you want to save lots and lots of time, just drop here. You are going to take the minimum possible damage. I think it's worth it, personally. Okay. So there we go. And now we have blocks to move, but... I did not forget about you, box of shotgun shells that's behind us. First of all, let's move this one. Just one spot. And now, so as not to be in the risk of over-jumping and landing on top of a slippery slope leading to spikes, tilt Lara as much as you can. And there we go. Now, I'm not sure we could make a proper jump. I'm gonna play it safe in this case and just walk through the spikes, okay? So as not to be too reckless. Okay. Oh, and by the way, not sure about you. Whenever I'm pushing a block somewhere, when I don't see in advance what it is, I have this anxiety like, what if we're covering up pick-upable objects by it? Well, with the camera mode, you can check that that's not the case, assuming there's space for the camera to move through, of course. This is a rare situation where you're able to scout ahead if you're covering up some pick-upable item or something with a block, and you're not, thankfully. Okay. And now let's enter the second half of the level, starting with this magnificent sprawling cavern. Okay, Lara, your pistols, please. You need them for the longer range. Okay, perfect. He's on the run. Now we can spend some time here. He sometimes peeks out of its lair, allowing us to take more potshots at him, but, you know, whilst we're waiting... I was about to say whilst we're waiting, we might as well trigger the appearance of another one. There he is. Just step on that tile next to the one you landed on. And this one's, you know, just too easy. There's no way you can hide from me if you're on this block. And pick up your well-earned prize. This should not be a sapphire, but a golden key, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, gold. And we get another camera sneak peek of a cat statue high above us. And that's because this cat statue is guarding the keyhole, where we need to enter the key, followed by what is, I think, the single most difficult achievement in the game so far, but later about that. Again, coming back to the manual information, it seems the devs intended some cats to be malevolent and some to be benevolent, right? So this is supposed to be, I guess, the benevolent cat guiding us, because it's not going to turn into a bloodthirsty monster trying to rip us to shreds, which is always very much appreciated. Now, one reason I don't like this area is that there is a billion of crocodiles, but to make them spawn is tricky. Well, first of all, we're not here to kill any crocodiles whatsoever, so in this particular run it's going to be a bit easier. But I have second run to worry about. So now there are 2 crocodiles, okay, which often get stuck all over the place. It's insane. Now, I want to ignore them and instead make it to the lair of the first panther we were taking potshots at, because it does contain a small med pack. It is rather impressive in its size, but there's absolutely nothing there. And over here, carved hieroglyphics just like that, small health pack, nothing else to it. Not even sure where the moonlight is coming in from, but anyway, it's nicer that way. Now, with this in hand, you can absolutely continue on upwards and use the key, but you would miss out on magnums, and we simply cannot let that happen, can we? Mind the iron grate there. By the way, crocodiles, like any enemies, can move through iron grates like that. Don't ask me how they're doing it, they just do. It is particularly annoying. What I like about this carving is that it's, in a sense, a cat's head. It's really cute that way. Okay, let's grab this. Maybe that was not wisest. So, traditionally, there are 2 crocodiles peering from their lair. And you can pick up the magnum clips and magnums themselves. But if you pick up the small health pack, you'll trigger the appearance of another 2 crocodiles, which is just hilarious, okay? Anyway, let's get, oh my god, out of here. There's too many of them. But from that platform where you picked up another one, the magnums, you can safely shoot them, so it's no biggie. And another one. Do you see what I mean by there being billion crocodiles? And there should be yet another one inside this pool cavern that didn't make it across to us. Yeah. Anyway, this platform over here serves as my reference point that I like to get on top of. So many bloody crocodiles. Okay, but away we go. There's an interesting thing about that crocodile's lair that, you know, 4 of them came out of, and that's the fact that you can get down there later on if you're interested in all the kills. And by later on, I actually mean right away. So, if you do end up taking this slide, it's gonna take you all the way to the pit of crocodiles, okay? And by dropping here, 2 more crocodiles are gonna spawn on top of the 4 crocodiles already hanging around here. This is insane. So, I'm gonna do this when I'll be doing my all kills rerun, but for the Crocodile Rock achievement, you don't need to make all the crocodiles spawn. The only condition is you kill 0 crocodiles. And according to the description, get all the items. But I unlocked it on PS5 after having picked up 1 item less, by a coincidence triggering the level exit early. So either the items requirement is simply not coded in well, or maybe they're just expecting a different item total. I don't know, it's a weird one. But I managed to unlock Crocodile Rock having missing 1 item. Just not sure if that's useful knowledge, also considering how many patches are being released, and that might not be the case when you'll be playing it. But yeah, just an oddity I wanted to point out. Thankfully this guy cannot push us down as we're shimmying, but the problem is we need to get those shotgun shells behind him and not lay a finger on him. And I mean, just... Oh, so you're just gonna... Hold on a sec. Oh. But how on earth... Because what I'm worried... what I'm worried about is... He's gonna push us out. Jump, Lara, jump. Oh, okay. Now, if we'd be lucky, we'd fall down into the water, but we could have also fallen down to the wooden bridge and break... Oh my god, Lara's neck! You know what? I'm gonna be back, and I'm gonna get you, and I'm gonna turn you into a new purse and a handbag for Lara. Perhaps an entire backpack. Mark my words. Okay. Now, we are approaching the toughest achievement. So, let's insert the gold key over here. And actually, whilst doing so, we can as well save, just in case this will take me multiple attempts. I honestly wouldn't blame myself. This is difficult. Okay, so the idea here is, for the Jaws of Death achievement, to keep centered, going forward and forward and forward, not getting sidetracked either left or right, just go forward and forward and forward, and survive this boulder, and another one right above it. There are 3 boulders that are gonna go on this ramp, and our only option to avoid them is via jumping. That's exactly as insanely difficult as it sounds. However, I found a really good way, and especially a reliable way to make your life easier. So first of all, just enter the room running, and the moment you make it on the top step, jump. This way you'll avoid taking damage. Now you can wait, recover, get a drink of something before you continue. Make sure to make it all the way to either left or right side. I tend to do it on the left one for whatever reason. And now, as the next boulder rolls, jump forward and tilt Lara right. And now do the same thing, using a running jump. And the achievement is ours! Jaws of Death! Jump over 3 boulders on the center on the road to the way to the... Okay, it cuts off after that. So this one is insanely difficult, but I really feel after... I'm not even kidding. When I was attempting it for the first time on PS4, I was looking for strategy guides. I was desperate. At one point, I even managed to jump over all 3 boulders not taking damage, and the bloody achievement just wouldn't unlock. This way, reliably, I managed to unlock it on PS4, PS5, GOG, and as you can see now on Steam. Thank God. So let me know, guys, what you think, if this is too difficult for you, or maybe if my method works. But I feel this is the easiest way this can be unlocked. But if you're gonna come up with something better, please let us all know in the comments, okay? Again, the point of these guides is to make our lives as easy as possible, not to show off, but to come up... Oh my God, he bit us through the... Oh, now I'm angry. Okay, I'm getting angry. This is not good. Last time I was this angry, almost, was when I was playing the Temple of the Cat level, back in 2014. So I guess let's not approach the railings over here, because the bullshit is big in this one. Okay, so... let's grab the shotgun shells. I'm gonna actually show you much better vantage point to take the Panthers down from. And we need to descend. Actually, something I haven't shown you is the lever over here. This is the one we're interested in. There's a small medpack underneath it. This will open up the double door at the end of those ramps, right? Overcoming the boulders was not enough. We need to descend into the pit. And this side has a small medpack. Let's keep both sides on our mind. But first of all, let's descend into the pit of darkness. Okay, we are on a safe platform. We can take pot shots, but there's an even better one, and that's this one. Because this way, for a while, they'll try to follow you until they realize, oh, wait, no, we're just gonna die here, and they'll reconsider. But by that point, you'll be able to take quite a few pot shots. Oof, almost bit us again. Now, over here are 2 small medpacks guarded by another one of these guys, so trigger his appearance like this, make it here, and you can take him down. I'm not letting you do that again to me, kitty cat, okay? Alrighty. Now, in case you're thinking, oh, thank God, that's over with, there's a 4th one. Yep, well, there will be, there isn't yet, because right now there's a statue that's gonna turn into a 4th one, okay? First of all, interesting magic trick that I really appreciate is that on this side over here we see iron bars blocking our passage to shotgun shells and magnum clips. Or candy bars, that's what I'm thinking on because I'm incredibly hungry. By the way, little behind the scenes trivia, I'm almost always recording these videos when incredibly hungry. It somehow keeps me just more focused, better energized. I guess it's the whole hunter-gatherer instinct triggering in me. Anyway, around this corner is a beautiful bronze Geir Anderson cat statue. Except it's a piece of shit. It will turn into Panther the moment we step on this here tile. Or it will run away. Okay, well, we wasted one single shotgun shell, but we didn't take any damage, which actually gives me hope that we can make it through this level without using a medpack, and that'd be quite impressive, dare I say. Okay, small medpack over there. Oh, but I have no such ambition for the next one. Oh, absolutely not. And by the way, you might have noticed the Panther was trying to escape. Let's follow where he went, where the sort of cat images are guiding us to. And that's the shotgun shells and magnum clips behind iron bars? No, they are gone, in fact. The moment you approach it from this side, they will magically disappear. And it's not just some visual glitch or anything like that. Even from this side, they're no longer here. So they just disappear like that. This place is, well, it's gonna sound really cheesy, but full of wonders. It really is. There's just magic going on, not technology, outright magic. Oh, by the way, this one will not turn into a bloody bastard, instead climb up and get a cool camera preview of a location near the very end. I like how all these cat statues give you the feeling of being watched, and you're never sure if it's a malevolent one or a benevolent one. And I guess we can also think about it as an ancient Egyptian camera security system, really. The double doors are open, another bloodthirsty beast is there, but we're ready for it. Not only do we have the health to spare, but we can take it down from an absolute safety. It's really stupid to peek out like that, and we're gonna take absolute advantage of that. By the way, I guess I haven't pointed out, these boulders, there were 7 of them triggered across these platforms. I'm just gonna make absolutely sure we triggered all of them by running up and down on every platform, okay? Because I'm paranoid. I do not want to mess up the roll action achievement because of my pride. There we go. And the rightmost one, no boulder. Would be funny if there was a boulder now rolling and it would kill me. I'd be like, well, that was kind of deserved. Okay, I hear you, but I do not see you. Oh, never mind. There you are. Now, how troublesome is this gonna be? Oh, you're just gonna keep switching back and forth? Come on. Okay, more please. I think you're hungry and you need to be fed lead. Come on. There we go, finally. And we are now, my friends, approaching the very end of the level and a sort of an underground entrance into the actual Temple of the Cat. Because in case you were wondering, this is not it yet. So first of all, let's not fall into the pit of spikes. Whew, looks terrifying like that. And instead, take a look at another cat camera. That right there is my favorite camera shot, and something I used as a thumbnail for my original 2014 video. Absolutely gorgeous. So what we've just seen was a exit guarded by mummies. Yes, mummies aplenty. You thought it's over with Atlanteans now that we finished the Atlantis levels? Oh, no, 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 no. We're gonna get our fill of Atlantean mutants in Egypt. Oh, yes. First of all, 2 awkwardly placed small health packs. Let's alternate picking up the shotgun shells on these outskirts. Every jump is a potential fall into the spiky pit. Oh, by the way, we're gonna get to admire the skybox more closely, but this skybox, I remember specifically, shortly after release, I was also playing Tomb Raider 2 Remastered on my PS4, and this is the same skybox they used for the Opera House level in Venice, which was like, what the hell? Why isn't there Venetian skyline, you know? So I'm curious, after all these patches, if they changed the skybox finally. Maybe you guys can let me know in case you played it already. Oh, by the way, just briefly want to talk about these 2 cats. They look terrible, in my opinion. So this is what the original looked like. This looked like a receptacle containing 2 cat statues, right? This, I guess, as well gives it depth and dimension because of the shadowing, but does this look like an ancient Egyptian carving to you? Because to me, it again looks like some plastic toy. Something very modern. You know what I mean? Yeah, the detail is objectively better, but artistically, I think I don't know. Whenever it comes to these cat motifs, they really messed up in the remasters, in my opinion. I'm sorry. And not on technical level, but on the design and artistic one. Now, over here is a pool with 2 crocodiles. What I think is the best strategy is to lure both of them into this here corner. Wonderful. Let's just save here. Okay, so the plan here is to make sure their heads are stuck in this corner, so that upon us falling down, we'll have a safe passage, because they will not bite us if we fall through their back. They would bite us if we were to fall through their head. Yes, I have done thorough testing of this, trying to minimize damage. The problem is the shotgun shells here. Normally, if we were killing all the crocodiles, I would recommend first get out of here, then kill them and come back safely for the shotgun shells, but unfortunately with this bloody Crocodile Rogue achievement we have no such luxury. Can we make it? God damn it, I hate you guys so much, but I'm not using a med pack. Okay, round number 2. They are aligned now. Okay, let's do this again. Whew. Christ, this makes me nervous. I have another idea. Perhaps I could pick up the shotgun. No. I think I'm exposing myself to more risk trying to make it all the way back to the pool for a rebreather. No, we only have one go at this. And we just need to get lucky. We need the crocodiles to be tardy or ideally get stuck in a corner somewhere. Or, oh, mind their own business. Yes, perfect. Okay, so there we go. It worked out in the end. Immediately climb up, for there is a panther here. Okay, he's not in a hurry, thankfully. Usually he is. And make sure you're shooting at the panther, not at the crocodiles, if you're after the achievement, okay? There we go. The panther is down. Whew. Now, immediately after taking care of the panther, make sure to come here and trigger the appearance of another one. If you do this a bit later on, this panther might not trigger at all, and I do not know why. I once made it all the way to the level exit and cleared a couple of enemies from there, and this panther would no longer trigger, which was just odd. Okay, and I think the trigger for the third panther in this area is to pick up both of these shotgun shells. Then and only then I found him to appear on the other side of this grate. Oh my god, he's already here? Okay. You're making me look like a doofus, sir. I do not appreciate that. So usually what happens is he appears on the other side of the grate and you're able to take pot shots at him, but... well, this time he didn't take quite as long. Okay. Now, there's plenty to do here. And you know what? I'm trying to think how I can best consolidate us dying and saving as little as possible for the achievement over here. I'm gonna keep that for... you know what? No, I'm gonna do this. First of all, because practice makes perfect, save here before you enter the next tile. And now, lo and behold, of course you'll trigger the appearance of 2 boulders. The rolling pin achievement asks you to jump over them without taking any damage. Oh, okay, jump over 2 boulders outside without taking damage. So I wasn't sure. Usually this takes me like 3 attempts. I'm happy about this one, and I have an easier time doing a swan dive, okay? But yeah, if sometimes, even though the boulders make no actual contact with Lara's body, you'll just end up taking damage, which sucks. The hitboxes are not perfect, okay? Now, another achievement I want to show you is one including us dying, so I'm gonna go through the boulders all over again, but I think it makes for a better guide like this. You can absolutely glitch through the railing, and I'm gonna show you again in a while how to do that better, but for now, just wander off into the desert and die. Exhausted. Take Lara so far into the desert that she dies. This is a funny one. It was really confusing in the original. It wasn't really clear why the death is happening, but it was accompanied by a heartbeat sound as well, like when you're getting a heat stroke or something like that. So that made it clear to me, oh, she's dying from the heat. Here they're calling it an exhaustion. Essentially, they came up with this kind of artificial barrier to still make the level feel like you're in an open desert, but to not let you cross the very boundary, okay? So I'm gonna see you back at this spot. Okay, so before we cross the railing again, I would like to first of all show you the level exit in its vicious and evil entirety. Because as we approach it, 2 of the cat statues will not turn into panthers, but into full-fledged mummies. So roll and immediately make it out of here. Go, 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 go. Don't look back. There's nothing good waiting for you there. Now that we made it here over the slope, we can get on top of it, be careful not to slide down, and take care of these guys from absolute safety. This is the best way I found out of doing this, and I'm quite proud of this strategy, even though it feels very cheap. There we go. And this way we'll get to conserve our magnum ammunition for the next level, and trust me, we'll need it. Then again, that's what I always say, and then I realize I oversaved, but whatever. That's a good problem to have, I guess. And the moment you cross the bridge, this guy will come alive and fall down. And my friends, this is the 42nd unkillable enemy, because there is no conceivable angle from which to shoot this bloody mummy, unfortunately. We will get pretty close, but first of all, the moment you cross this threshold, be it on this square, or this one, you're gonna trigger the level exit, but we have goodies and kills to take care of. So first of all, let's fall down into the pool over here, ignore the crocodile. You're lucky that achievement's protecting you, sir, otherwise you'd be dead. Oh, come on! That's what we get for gratitude. Alright, we can still make it without using a med pack, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. We have not. I was, again, trying to question my memory. I don't remember using one. This is very good. So, we picked up the small med pack. Now, if we were to trigger the level exit, I guess in theory we could unlock the Crocodile Rock. But if I'm not mistaken, we are missing 3 more. And that's tied to another achievement for getting all the weapons in this level. Because, yes, not only shotgun and magnums, but also Uzis are present in Return to Egypt. Thank God for that. So, let me explain how exactly I glitched through the railing before, and we can absolutely admire the ceiling, which is literally a skybox. You can see the edges of the walls. This is really cute. So it's easier in the original graphics. You can see this, make out this tiny gap in between the railing. You can hold forward, but Lara will end up spawning either a bit to the left or right, which is fine. Keep holding forward and pivot to the right, and she'll just make it through. It's incredibly easy, trust me. This isn't some difficult, tricky glitch you have to spend 2 decades playing the game to master and become a speedrunner. No, this is very simple. And this, whilst I'm not sure it's intended to get here like this, maybe intended way was to jump over the railing, this is how I do it. I quite like it. And this reveals a pool with 2 pairs of Uzi clips and Uzis themselves, which is simply wonderful. We're gonna put them to good use in the next level, but for now... Oh yeah, Bastard Stash, get all weapons in Return to Egypt level. See, I completely forgot there's an achievement for getting all the arms now, and I just remembered, because it's so much to keep in mind. Okay, this platform is your best friend, because the mummy can reach you here, but should it approach, you can then jump back forward, okay? So... when you're just doing this, you're safe from the mummy no matter what, which is awesome. But we triggered the appearance of another one further in the distance. Let's see if Lara can take point and aim at it. If it was willing to just come that little bit closer, we could. Maybe... Oh, okay, perfect. Let's just not fall from here, and we should again be in absolute safety. It's still alive, I can see the camera moving. There we go, into bloody bits. You can absolutely go that way, by the way, just be careful not to approach a border where Lara would again die from exhaustion. But I guess we can take a sneak peek of this whole place, admire the moon, the palm trees. There's another piece of hieroglyphic architecture there, and then pretty much the borders of the map, and we can see the skybox. That looks almost like trees. It's a bit of an odd one. And over on that side, we'll be able to admire the pyramids. But first of all, achievement just for stepping on this here tile. That's it. Like Alice, listen to the biggest cat face under the night sky. So before it was like Dorothy, and now it's like Alice. Interesting. I guess either of these 4 tiles will trigger the achievement, but this one does for sure, and it's the closest one, so there's that. And it says listen to the cat face under the night sky, but it's not making any sounds. I'm not sure what is it we're supposed to listen to. It's a bit confusing. You're just supposed to step on it. I presume out of disrespect, if anything. But anyway, now I'm gonna show you a cool way to kill a very obscure enemy. It's a panther in the very distance on the borders of the level. And using these cat pillars, you'll be able to reach it. Okay? But it is very important to first cross this bridge and trigger the mummy falling down, because otherwise this panther will be here but will not awaken. It will be in its stasis state and Lara will not aim at it. But now we can see it's sort of in movement, in motion, so we can absolutely take pot shots, but do not cross this threshold because you will die of exhaustion. This is very important, okay? There we go. And the noise over here is, well, the mummy that fell down here, that Lara will never ever aim at, which is driving me absolutely insane. So this, my friends, is the 40-second unkillable enemy, but otherwise, we done everything we could. So, let me save here, and hopefully unlock the Crocodile Rock achievement. Ah, thank God. Get all items without killing any crocodiles there. So, again, fun fact, I unlocked this achievement on PS5 when having 52 pickups only. When I didn't pick up the small medpack in the pool with the crocodile right underneath us, I still got the achievement. So, maybe the items are not counted at all, or there's a different total that's 52 or less set for the achievement trigger condition. I don't know. The important thing is, this is how you can get it. So we found all 3 secrets, all 53 pickups, and 23 out of 42 kills. But we want 41 out of 42 kills. Good thing is, we didn't use medpacks. Yay! Bad news is, I'm gonna replay the whole level and see you here again after having killed all those crocodiles. So, let me play the montage where we take revenge at all of them. That's what I think about your Crocodile Rock achievement, developers. Now that my bloodlust is satisfied, let me save here and let's take a look at much nicer looking statistics screen. So this was my second run, or montage of it, through Return to Egypt. We have all 53 goodies. We finally landed 41 possible out of 42 kills, and we got our hands on all 3 secrets. For me, it was absolutely worth replaying the level again. Now, everything that's been leading us up to this point really is all about preparing us for what's next, and that's the ill-fated Temple of the Cat, the toughest level of Tomb Raider 1 and Unfinished Business, and honestly one of the toughest levels of Tomb Raider trilogy in general. I am not exaggerating. I have very painful memories of tackling it almost a decade ago, and I guess we'll see how much I've improved. Guys, I hope you had absolute blast watching this video. I did making it, and I really hope to see you next time when we'll tackle the Temple of the Cat, but not before thanking my amazing patrons. Blank Goopel, Mick, Severin Drax, and Marek Malec, thank you guys so much for being my Winston and for bringing me a delicious cup of tea when I need it the most. Big thank you to my caretaker Winston, Michael McGonty. Thank you so much for treating all of Lara's broken bones, bullet wounds, and dinosaur bites. You are what keeps her going. A very big thank you to my veteran Winston, Andrea Paviglianetti. Thank you so much for protecting Lara's property against all sorts of vengeful invaders, and we know Lara has made quite a few enemies in the past. And finally, a very special thank you to my fine vintage Winston, Akira Foxmind. Thank you so much for keeping all of Lara's comestibles in good condition and for supporting the channel in such a generous way. You guys are absolutely amazing, and the more support I receive, the more time I will be able to afford to make these videos. And finally, thank you to all of you watching. I appreciate all your comments, I appreciate you sharing your own strategies and tips. It really makes me a better Tomb Raider in turn, makes me do better guides, and in turn, we increase kind of the expertise of the entire Tomb Raider community, which is simply incredible. Now, Temple of the Cat is next. Me and this level, we have a very painful history. You have a lot to look forward to next.